Spencer Ross is one step forward, and I hope you've been well. So I like learning. Some people say they like learning too, and then they study the TV. I like watching videos or listening to videos on YouTube and podcasts. There is a lot of good stuff on TV, but I was listening to a show on episode on one rental at a time, and they were talking about hours wasted watching TV. Now for dinner tonight, I'm gonna watch a show. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna sit there. I'm gonna have dinner. We're gonna watch Star Trek. So, all right, I'm gonna take a break. But for the rest of the time, I want to be learning. Why? Because leadership is hard. Life is hard. Relationships are hard. Business is hard. Law is hard. Filling out a form is hard. There are some things that are easy, but there's a lot that's very hard. Okay, so what am I going to do about it? Am I going to study for it? Okay, maybe it's break time, so I'm going to rest. Whatever I need to be doing, I need to be working towards something. So, and sometimes that's working towards a nap, so completing tasks, a nap. And I know I focus on naps because I don't remember a time consistently in growing up where people saying rest is so valuable, it's just as valuable as work. Not laziness, but rest, proper rest. So I want to keep hitting that. I want you to know it's okay to rest and then to work hard. Laziness is not resting. Procrastination is not resting. So I was listening to a show on YouTube, Think Media Podcast, How to Win in 2024, 10 Things You Must Know. So Sean was giving a presentation to his company about some things. It's a pretty long video, but it is a phenomenal video. It can be applicable to many different things in life. Dating, I was thinking about it would be great for a coach to break it up into sections to help their kids understand the importance of practice and being diligent and some other things along those lines. At 39 minutes and 30 seconds, he talks about the 1-3-1 rule. And in that, you've got one problem. You need to know what the problem is, you need to define it. Sometimes you need help with that, and that's okay. But you need to define what the problem is, come up with a conclusion on what the problem is, come up with 3 solutions, and one solution you like the best. Why? In life, as the business of yourself, the business of Spencer Ross, at work, when I was young, when I was first hired at the school, I didn't know things like it's broken. I don't know. It's broken. What do I do? I didn't know. But now that I know, I have more experience. I need to be helping out with the solution. It's not my job to go to my boss every time and dump problems on him and make him think of everything. There are bosses that want that. They want to micromanage everything. So let's get away from that. We're talking about ourselves. If you're struggling with making a decision, define what the problem is. Maybe you're having trouble sleeping. Maybe you're having a relationship issue. Maybe you can't get hired. Whatever it is, figure out what it is. Make sure you define it. Make sure you do a proper conclusion on it. Okay, I'm not getting promoted at work. Why? How are you going to find that out? Talk to some people. Talk to your boss. Talk to some people around you. Well, you gossip all the time. I was in a meeting the other week and people were afraid to speak, and it was discouraging to watch. And he was honestly asking for their opinion, but they didn't want to say it. I don't know what the history is there, but they were uncomfortable in giving their opinion. Okay. So for yourself, are you building those relationships where people are comfortable giving you feedback? Well, the reasons why, Spencer, that you're not getting promoted is you talk bad about people. You gossip. Well, I'm just No, you gossip. Okay? So that means I need to stop gossiping. It's going to take some time to rebuild that trust with people that I don't gossip. It's going to take time. Maybe longer than you want. It depends what your goal is. Maybe you need to leave the company and restart that reputation with a new company and stop those bad behaviors. Okay, but you've defined the problem. 3 solutions. Okay, maybe you start inviting people over to your house and you have dinner with them. And when they bring somebody up, you say, hey, I used to do that, but I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to talk about other people anymore. How's your kids? How's my kids? Maybe another thing is you work at a place where you see people outside of work commonly at the sports field because the person you work with is also in soccer. It's kind of a theme. And you're talking about life, and all of a sudden somebody comes up in the conversation. No, I'm working on changing. I'm not going to be gossiping anymore. Like, oh, all right. Interesting. Well, what about, no, that I used to do that. I'm not doing that anymore. At work, you're on break. You're at the drinking fountain. You're filling up your coffee, whatever it is. And someone comes up to you. Did you see what Johnny did? I don't know, but I don't want to talk about anybody. If it's a disciplinary issue, okay. But other than that, I don't want to be gossiping about people. Please help me. Can you help me with that problem? Like, I'm really trying to do this. I'm trying to be supportive of people. And if there's somebody that I need to have a discussion with, that's different. But if I don't need to know and you don't need to tell me, I don't want to know. Maybe those are 3 solutions to your problem. And maybe you like one of those the best. Maybe you can do all 3 of them. They did a study at grocery stores about having too many, we'll say pickle jars, too many pickle jars on the shelf. And it can be overwhelming to people and they get frustrated and they leave. Now there are some specialty stores. I've seen some aisles where there's so many pickles, and I'm not used to a specialty store. I like the normal grocery store where there's 3 or 4 or 5 choices. But if you get too many, people get frustrated. When I'm at the hardware store and I'm picking out paint and there's 17 different whites, I need some help. So maybe I hire someone to help narrow them down, right? Maybe I need a personal assistant to narrow down my focus. That is the point of the 1-3-1 rule. And again, Think Media Podcast, How to Win in 2024, 10 Things You Must Know. If you're struggling with something, that's okay. That's normal. That's normal. We all struggle with something. Okay? Try to define it. Give yourself some options on how to fix it. Ask for advice. Ask for mentorship. Bring people into your life. Maybe you hate that guy and you're trying to build that relationship. Call him up. Hey man, I've got this problem. Don't just do it on something that you know he's going to be toxic on. Do something easy. I asked someone for advice on my book. I didn't know how he would respond. He said it was the worst thing he ever read, ever. I got amped up. I did. My blood pressure went up. I could feel it. But I took the moment. I calmed down. Took 2 seconds for a pause. And I said, okay, how can it be better? Nothing. Erase the whole thing. Start over. Okay, I appreciate your opinion. And I asked someone else. And he started to work on it. And then that other guy came back over and was like, okay, well, that's better. I don't know why he did it. But I was careful on what I did present. But I did ask for help. I did try to build that relationship. Are we trying to build that relationship? Are we seeing what a problem is? My credit score is bad. 3 solutions, 1 specific solution. 3 viable options and 1 specific solution. You are your business. I was reading a thing on personal branding. You are your marketing department. You are your HR department. You are amazing. Go be amazing. You can do it. Define the problem, come up with some solutions, come up with a good one, go present it to someone and ask for help. You're okay. You've got this, and it's okay to ask for help. Take that step in asking for help.